students, class 12. Today I am going to teach you the second chapter of the poetry. Remember, it is the second chapter of the poetry. The name of the poetry is Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. The name of second poetry is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. It is composed by Stephen Spender. It is composed by Stephen Spender. So in this poetry, the poet has described the slum school. Slum school means the school, government school that is situated in the slum area, in the dirty area where there is garbage, there the filthy water is filled on the trenches, there are huts around, and there is very suffocation because there is not open place. So that's that in these places whatever is found is called slum. So in the slum area there was a school, elementary means primary school, for the little children, and those children were belong to the poor families because they were skinny. The writer, the poet reached one day the school to visit it. What was the condition of the school? How was it? As you have seen, the condition of the primary and junior high schools of the government conducted by the government. What is the condition you see? And the private schools, all the primary schools are well equipped, means everything is available, and walls, floor, ceiling, everything is painted, well plastered, and there are the ceiling fans, etc. The new calendars are also found on the walls of the primary schools. But what is the condition of the primary school which are conducted by the government? You may see that there is not good maintenance in the primary schools. So such kind of primary school was in the slum area, and the poet reached one day to that school. There he saw that the walls were cramped, the walls were cracked, the white paint was also blurred, means it was dirty. For many years it was visible that for many years the walls were not painted. There were maps also hanging on the wall. Those maps were old. There were the pictures of Shakespeare, the great dramatist and the poet, and other picture was hung on the wall, that of a Tylesus, a hill, beautiful hill. But the pictures were also dirty. The head of Shakespeare was appearing like the rising sun. The Tylesus hills was also looking dirty. Its greenery was not clear. Now we come to the children. The children were skinny, very lean and thin. There was darkness in the classroom. Windows were also very old, and the children were putting on dirty clothes. The clothes were also having holes in them, so the bony body was appearing from the hole. It could be seen. They were very lean and thin. They were neglected from the society. They could not enjoy the good food, fruits, vegetables. Nutrient food was not possible for them. Due to malnutrition, due to not balanced diet, their health is not good. And they are, as they have despair in their eyes. Despair means hopeless. They were hopeless. They did not think their future because they knew that they have to live in poverty. They can never enjoy the life of the rich people. They can never see the green fields, the forest, rivers, mountains, green hills and meadows, because these were open for the rich people only. So in this way, there is injustice in the human society. On the one side, there are the rich world where the rich people live. There is the second world where the poor people live. The world of the rich people is full of glamour, is full of light, is full of golden future. But the world of the poor people, it is full of darkness, it is full of uncertainty, and it is full of diseases. They have to suffer. The poor people have to suffer from many diseases, and they borrow their diseases from their parents. Their parents were lean and thin because they had to spend their whole life in the poverty, and that's why these people have got the diseases from their parents, and that's why they are very unfortunate that they cannot enjoy the flourishing body, the healthy taste, the healthy vision. It is because they are poor. And who are responsible for making the gap between the rich and the poor? Who are responsible between the making the countries, making the differences between the continents and the countries? So they are the conquerors, they are the governors, they are the warriors, they are dictators who won the land and divided it according to their desires. And that's why from time to time the maps of the world or the continents or the countries change. As 500 years ago, the map of India was different. Today, the present time, the map of the India is different. So there is great difference between maps of old maps and the new maps. So the point wants to say that these people are conquerors, kings, dictators, warriors, generals. These are responsible to make the two worlds, the world of the rich people and the world of the poor people. That's why they should also try to end the gap between the rich world and the poor world. They should work for the poor people so that injustice may be removed. There may be equality. The poor children also may get education freely. They may also walk freely. They may go out of the window, out of the dirty room, and may look at the beautiful objects of nature like the grassy lands, grassy hills, hills full of flowers, trees and plants that are glistening in their greenery, the beautiful fruits and flowers they may enjoy. They may look the flowing river, bubbling rivers, and they may also enjoy the tasty food, the Valencian food, the nutrients, so that they may be healthy. It may be done whenever the condition of the poor people is improved. So there should be development in the life of the poor people, so that from the dirty area, from slum area, they may live in the splendid houses, in the good houses. Their children may also go to get education in the good schools, which are expensive. It may be possible when there may be development in the life of the poor people, in the life of the poor children. That's all. You have to learn the question answers, and you have to write in the fair register also the question answer which I am sending to you through WhatsApp. Note down, you have to complete the work